Hey guys, Pastor Kyle here. Super excited to be able to bring a devotional to you guys. I think it'll be really encouraging, and let's go ahead and get into it. Psalms 133 is where I'm going to be at. It says this: How good and pleasant it is when God's people live together in unity. It is like precious oil poured on the head, running down on the beard, running down on Aaron's beard, down on the collar of his robe. It is as if the dew of Hermon were falling on Mount Zion, for there the Lord bestows his blessings, even life forevermore. The reason I really like this song is called a Psalm of Ascent, and really what it is it's a song that the Israelites would sing on their way on a pilgrimage to one of three feasts that would happen in Israel. So they would sing this song kind of to gather themselves in community. This was a time where they would all come together, rich and poor, young and old, people from all different lifestyles, different areas of life. They would all come together and sing this song in order to bring themselves into a togetherness, into a community with each other while heading off to a feast. And I think that this is really crucial around right now when we're in a time where community doesn't look exactly what we thought it used to. We're not really able to depend on our Sunday gatherings or our midweek gatherings like we were, but instead we have to work a little harder. We have to find creative ways to come into community with people. And I really think that this is still a great word when we look at it, when you look at what community looks like. And in the context of this verse, I really think that what we see that community brings alignment. And we see that right here when it says, it is like precious oil poured on the head, running down on the beard, running down on Aaron's beard, down on the collar of his robe. See, the anointing flowed in an alignment that was brought by community. I really think that when we look at what it means to come together, what it means to be there for each other, and what it means to check in on each other, we really see that we come into alignment with what it is that God has created us to do and who God has created us to be. But what else do we see? We also see that there's an anointing. So we also see that represented as the oil was flowing from the head to the beard to the collar of the robe, we see that there was an anointing that flew from community, which was brought by alignment. So we see community, we see alignment, and then we see an anointing. When we look at these things, there's no way that we can look and say, how are we to be the church without really noticing that community is at the root of it. Coming together over praising God is at the root of it. Not only is it community, and then that doesn't just bring anointing and alignment, but it also brings fruitfulness. I want us to look at verse 3 right here. It says, it is as if the dew of Hermon were falling on Mount Zion, for there the Lord bestows his blessings, even life forevermore. See, Mount Hermon provided in the context of geographical landscape, actually provides moisture and fertilized the Holy Land. So simply by Mount Hermon being where it was located, it allowed life to flow from the base of Mount Hermon, which the river of Jordan actually flows from the base of, and we see that it provides life. So while we're here in community, we can look and we can find us coming into alignment with what it is God has called us to do by coming together. We can find an anointing, right, that is found by the oil that's poured from the head to the collar of the robe. And then we also see fruitfulness. We see fruitfulness by what it is that God is doing in our lives while we're stirring up each other for good works. I really want us to be encouraged. I don't think that us being in this crazy situation should stop us at all from being in community. In fact, I think this should push us to be in even more community. And although I think it should be from 6 feet away, stay over there, I still think that we can come up with creative ways of being productive in each other's lives and pushing each other towards greatness and towards the call that God has on our lives. I love y'all. I'm praying for y'all, and I can't wait till I get to see you guys again. All right? God bless.